Ready? G'day guys, it's Rachel here from Life Short Stay Moist. I'm one of the co-founders. Larissa and I started this crazy journey a couple of years ago, and we really just wanted to host some events to help get more women into spearfishing, but I don't think either of us ever imagined it turning out to be what it's become, and we're super excited to have our second year of Women in Spearfishing events. I'd like to thank you all for participating and for coming, because without your participation it really wouldn't be possible for us to keep doing this. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors as well, because without your support, again, these events wouldn't be as successful as they have been. So thanks to everybody who's been involved, you know, no matter what role, big or small, every little bit of help really does count. So thank you very much, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the night. Like I said, I'm sorry I can't be here tonight, but we thought it would be a good idea for me to quickly run you through a little bit about pole spearing, because that's how I started out, and I really do think it's a great way to start, because it teaches you to be a better hunter, because in order to catch your prey with a pole spear, you have to be able to get closer to your prey. So I think it's a really good way to start. It really gives you a lot of good hunting foundations. And I just think it's really cool, you know, you feel like you've gone back in time and you're out there and you're like, it's quite a primal way of hunting. So I think it's pretty cool. It's also a really cheap way to get into it if you don't want to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a gun. One of these bad boys can go anywhere from $50 to $150, you know, so this is probably a more entry-level pole spear, which would be typically probably anywhere between $50 to $70. And then you can move up to ones like this that are probably $70 to $100. And then if you want to go from there, you can obviously keep going bigger and better. But basically, your little entry-level pole spears are really good. They typically will come with a 5-prong head, and they're really good for in the shallows, if you're hunting whiting or any small reef fish like that. These are really good. And the 5-prong will work quite well with those smaller species of fish such as whiting as well. If you're then looking to step it up and perhaps start hunting some bigger species of reef fish, you're probably going to want to look at getting something a little bit more like this. So it's a little bit bigger in length, you can sort of see that there. So it means that it's got a little bit more power behind it when you release it. It's got a nice sturdy rubber grip, at the end to help you hold on once you've loaded your pole spear. And then this one actually did come with a 5-prong head. However, I replaced it for this flopper head because I found that the 5-prong was just bouncing off some of the bigger species of fish, whereas this head actually allowed me to start penetrating some of those species. If you want to then move up to another level, which is pretty crazy, there's some pretty cool spearos out there doing some pretty cool things with pole spears, hunting things like yellowfin tuna and all kinds. You might have to look at getting yourself a belt reel. So the idea of the belt reel is obviously for the bigger species of fish that are going to run when you shoot them. You hook this to the end of your pole spear and then you've got it around your belt, and that obviously gives you a bit of room for your fish to run. Or you can also have it connected to a float and a float line if you're not comfortable having it strapped onto your body. I'll give you a quick demo on how to use the pole spear. So typically when you're loading it, you want to be swimming around with it unloaded, because if you're swimming around with it loaded, you're exerting a lot of energy and it's just not necessary. So wait until you've located your target, your species or your fish that you're going to shoot. And then basically what I do is I'll load it when I'm sort of on top, or you can load it when you're on the bottom, whatever you prefer. But one of the key things that you need to do is, as you're loading it, twist. So you can see that at the end there, how it's twisting around. So basically you want to twist and get it as high up as you can. And then once you let go, that's how you're going to get your propulsion in the water. The purpose of twisting when you're loading it is to ensure that when you let go, that spear is going to travel nice and straight through the water. If you don't twist it, it's no big deal, but you might find that you're missing fish because your spear's not traveling directly straight at your target. So that's pretty much it for the pole spear. I'm a big advocate for these guys, for people that are starting out, and Lewis is probably sitting there laughing at the moment, but I think it's a really great place to start, and I really hope that you enjoy the rest of your night, and I hope to see you at one of our next events soon.